Please rise and pledge. Pledge allegiance.
States of America, and to the republic stands one nation.
Roll call, please.
Steve Bastian.
Here.
Mike Johnson. Here. Nancy Vanderkim. Here. Julie Nickel.
Here.
Zmarsky.
Here.
Ryan Milky.
Here. Reading of minutes from previous meetings, October 14th and October 28th. Any changes, additions? Otherwise, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Steve,
Second.
second by Julie. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. One public hearing scheduled this evening, the 2014-2015 liquor and fermented malt beverage license application for American Inn Hotel. They currently have a Class B beer and wine.
Correct.
Class C wine, is it? Okay, Angie, turn this over to you.
Yes, they did apply for a full liquor license. Emails went out and inspections were done. I believe the police department usually are completely yours once the product is in place. At this time, everything came back fine from all other inspections and motion for approval of license.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Motion by Nancy, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Anyone wishing to address the council this evening? Okay, we'll move on. Board, committee, and commission meetings. Any changes, corrections, additions to any of the minutes from the board, committee, and commission meetings? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to approve those.
I'll make that motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Motion by Julie.
I'll second.
Second by Pete. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Consent agenda, communications, Police Chief Dale. I noticed in your report, your emails too, you received a couple of grants.
Yes. Howden had some response for a couple of grants that we some money for some signage. Came at an opportune place like 3 of our defibrillators. We'll take care of it.
Very
That's
good.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, so, very nice. Board of Public Works, Dick.
Just so everybody's aware, we might not, and I don't think I'm going to allow them because it's getting, even a paving contractor turn out well. Just so you're aware.
And where is that from?
Well, the paving goes into East Spring Street. The concrete work is our boardwalk.
Good. Library Board, Brett. Nothing yet. Recreation Board. Council members, Julie or Mike, I know that the ads are gone out for the recreation position. It's been posted online. Angie, as far as applicants.
I did talk to Jen Krull from the YMCA. She's actually getting they're on the YMCA website, getting out the ads for it. And the last I talked to her, they had at least 11 for the rec program position. So that was as of just last week. So I believe Kyle has it going in the paper, I think this week for a couple times. I think she wanted to start looking at interviewing, setting up interviews around the 17th. So it should start happening soon.
Nothing for Plan Commission or Zoning Board, Community Development Authority, there's no meeting. Business Improvement District meeting, we have. Fire and Police Commission, Utility Commission.
Just something to note, Ben Russell, one of our operators at the wastewater treatment facility, turned in his 2-week notice, and his Last day is actually tomorrow. They're in the process of advertising for that position. Plan on having that position filled by the end of the year. Advertisement is in the paper, just something for everyone to be aware if someone's commented on it.
I was going through the board committees and commission minutes again. Sorry about that. I missed the fire chief, BJ. Notice you received a grant also. Good. Very nice.
Very cool.
And city clerk, Angie?
Just finished up a really big election, and now we're off to the next one. This year's election, primary be set for February 17 or April 7 for the spring election. All three council members have signed their papers. That'd be Julie, Ryan, and Mike. They have signed their papers again to be re-up for next year. So let's hope it works out well. That's it.
2015 taxi grant application. A couple parts to the application that's being submitted. Notes here. First would be for some change in hours. Currently, there's really no hours on holidays. The new application would include New Year's Eve. The taxi would run until 2:30 on New Year's Eve. And there'd be limited hours on Memorial Day. And one other change would be that they would run 1 hour earlier on Saturday. They would go they start at 9 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. on Saturdays. So there'd be some changes in the operating hours. And these are things that have been requested over the past year that we consider changing these hours. Also, we would be applying for a new accessible van. That's basically an 80-20. Estimated about $40,000. So it'd be 80-20, 20% city share, 80% grant funded.
And that's from the federal government,
Yes.
correct?
Those are pretty much the changes. So this is under our current contract. It's just the application renewal. Our contract runs through 2016. The next time it would be bid out would be for 2017. So these are just changes under our current contract that were requested. Some hour changes and also to put in for a new accessible van. That's what I have on that. And I'm going to have a motion to approve those hour changes and also to apply for the accessible van as part of the application.
I'll motion to approve. Both.
I'll second.
Motion and a second by Ryan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you. 2015 budget discussions. I do have a current status of the budget. I hand these out. This is pretty much the summary numbers from the budget requests that have been submitted. Nothing has been added or removed from the budget from the initial presentations. If you look at the first page under total operating and capital, summarized there, 2014 total budgets were $6.4 million. 2015 requests are $6.5 million, about $123,000 increase, which is 1.92%. Under the operating revenue to pay for those costs, non-tax revenue has gone up equivalent to the total operating capital outlay, 2.81% or $123,000. Our general fund tax levy would be frozen at $2,035,000. There'd be no increase there. Over on the very bottom, the general fund taxes, we need to levy a tax for the taxi operation, and our debt service fund would go up a little bit from $2,569,000 to $2,597,000, or $28,000 difference. However, if you turn to the next page, based on the current proposed levy of $2,597,000, what that does, when you run the numbers under the tax rate, line item number 8, 2014 in Fond du Lac County, the tax rate was $6.51. If we levied the $2,597,000, the taxes would go up 4 cents per thousand. For the Dodge County, it would go up around 12 cents per thousand. So in order to get down to, in essence, having a zero increase for Dodge County, it would actually have a tax decrease in Fond du Lac County. We would need to reduce the $2,597,000 down to $2,550,000, which is $47,000 less. So in essence, Dodge County tax rate would be the same as 2014. The rate for Fond du Lac County would actually be down a little bit less. So that should be a slight reduction in the Fond du Lac County rate. That's just the way the property values are equalized between counties, how it's allocated. So between now and our public hearing will actually be December 1st, a Monday, because of the publication requirements. It's a 15-day requirement to publish the notice to hold the hearing. So it's going in the paper on Thursday, and so we need to have a special council meeting on December 1st for the public hearing and budget adoption, which is a Monday. So between now and that Monday, we need to either identify another revenue source or reduce the budget by $47,000, which is very manageable, so I'm not concerned with that at all. The last 2 pages under expenditure restraint payment, which we receive about $50,000 a year from the state for keeping our expenditure budgets under a certain percentage. They calculate that if we're under 2.3% or less, we would qualify for that. Right now we're at 1.92%, so we would continue to receive that payment from the state. And then our municipal levy limit worksheet, $2,412,000 is what we can levy, and our general fund levy portion is under that already, so we should be good meeting levy requirements of the state also. One item of note back on the front page, it just kind of, under the debt service levy on the very bottom, the $546,344, of that $183,000 is for the pool project. That was the 43-cent increase that was approved. So, I went through that pretty fast, a lot of numbers, but any questions or comments?
If we have some suggestions or something, we can bring them to your attention before that.
Yes, if you would.
Please.
And I'll meet with the department managers before also, and if there's something that has come up in between that maybe they have a grant coming in or something that might offset the levy, so it can also reduce that $47,000 by additional revenue also. Does anybody have anything for any of the department managers this evening on the budget? One thing Angie and I will also go through is like the health insurance, just to make sure that, you know, things haven't changed, that somebody was going to take the coverage but maybe opted out of it at this point. So, you know, we'll double check all that information. So we're pretty much on budget. So the $47,000, like I said, some years it's, you know, $250,000, $300,000. So this is, the department managers came in real lean, and this is a result of it. Makes our life a lot easier. Any other comments or questions?
So are you gonna look to trim the 47,000, or are you hoping that we just say everything is fine and go with it? I guess I would prefer we don't have any increase, but.
No, I think we can find that 47,000. So. I do have the tax rates from Moraine Park Technical College and also the school district. School district levy is down. This is all good news. School district levy is down. The Moraine Park Technical College levy is almost down half of what it was previous years because the state has provided more funding to the tech colleges. The good news is that the taxes are going to go down. The difficulty is with our TIF districts that are based on the tax rates and increment generating off of that new development. Obviously, we won't be realizing as much tax increment for those development areas, to pay off some of the debt. It's not going to drop it significantly, but there will be a reduction in the tax increment too that we receive. So as we plan and prepare all these years, these development projects tied to TIF revenue, and as that declines, it's going to be more challenging as we move forward. Any other questions? Move on to miscellaneous, or the ordinances and resolutions. Ordinance to amend Chapter 3.11 entitled Room Tax. Just wanted to kind of clean up a couple things on this section of the ordinance. We did not have a time when the room tax dollars were payable to the city. One time we were collecting them every 6 months, and then kind of got behind on those. We started to shorten to ask for payment monthly. Well, we had a couple of inquiries as to, but they didn't see that in the ordinance where, we required monthly. So that was one change in the ordinance, that we're requiring that payment be made monthly for the room tax collection. And also we had in the ordinance that it would be governed by a tourism committee. We don't have a tourism committee, so I asked Dan if he would incorporate some other language to kind of broaden that to other bodies that could also help manage the room tax revenue. Presently, we have the festivals committee that is pretty much been overseeing the collection of the room tax and in the use of the room tax. So just wanted to broaden that out a little bit.
So you're requesting the first reading for this, I take it?
First reading, probably be a first reading would be fine.
Okay, if no one has any comments, I'll make that motion for to approve the ordinance amend Chapter 3.11 entitled Room Tax for first reading.
I'll second.
Second by Julie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Payment of the bills. Questions on the bills?
I'll motion to pay the bills.
Second it.
Motion by Steve, second by Nancy. Roll call, please.
Steve Bastian.
Aye.
Mike Johnson.
Aye.
Nancy Vanderkam.
Aye.
Julie Nickel.
Aye.
Dick Ismarski.
Aye.
Ryan Milky.
And we have 3 operator licenses. Dale?
Get them past their background.
Okay, thank you. Entertain a motion to approve all 3. Okay, motion by Mike. Here's
Second.
second by Julie. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Any other items, business? Full session unless somebody had something in particular.
What?
Otherwise, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Well, I'll make that motion. I will second.
Second.
Second by Julie. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried.
No,
I think to mention that was